It's Caden. I'm here at Trilogy at Verde River, the partially age-restricted, partially all-age community out here in Rio Verde in Arizona. It's a beautiful community. It's got a ton of social features. You can see great views and golf club. I want to show you around the place, kind of explain all the amenities and all it has to offer, and see if it would work for you. And we'll start by going around the social club that they have here. And while we're doing that, I do have a free 55 plus chart and graph and a living in Arizona guide. If you'd like to reach out for those, completely free, my name and number on the screen for that. But anyway, the clubhouse here at Verde River is very nice. It's very luxury. We'll pop in the little art loft that they have here, library. They've got a really nice spa. They've got a full service bar outside right by the pool. We'll get to see that. The wine club here is something that the residents really rave about. They've got some great imported wines. I'll take you on a quick walk over to the little pool area that they have that kind of overlooks the driving range and part of the golf course. You can see two little lap pools over here, and we'll walk around to Eddie's Poolside, which is a really cool full-service bar. They've got some food as well, and then they have another restaurant inside the social club as well that really overlooks the driving range. And you get amazing views here in Verde River. You can see the mountains with the pool. Here's some of that wine in the wine club I was talking about. The clients that I help in this community really love the wine club. They do some kind of event where bottles are $4, but they're really nice bottles of wine. You can see some great views. They've got a patio out back that we'll take a little walk on a little later. And this is a cafe that they have here in the social club. So not really a shortage of things to do here in the community. You can see this is the patio I was talking about. Just taking you on a quick walk around, show you some of the views of it. They've got a fountain out here. Now, I wasn't quite able to get a great video of every part of the clubhouse because there were people in there and I tend not to film them. So I'll show you a picture of this great room when you first walk in and then a better picture of the pool. Now, it is a gated community, so if you are interested in coming and checking out some of the homes in the clubhouse, just reach out and I can get you in through the gates. Now, one of my favorite parts of the community are the views that you get of the mountains. You've got four peaks, you've got Mount McDowell and Thompson Peak, and then there's a bunch of other smaller mountains just scattered throughout, around you. So it kind of gives you just 360 views of everything, which gives you great access to hiking. There's camping not too far away at Verde River. So there is a lot of good access to all of the outdoor activities. You can also fish at Verde River as well. Another great part about the community is you are only about a 15-20 minute nice drive through northern Scottsdale to get to all of the northern Scottsdale entertainment, whether that's the bars they have, the restaurants, the grills, and just all the other entertainment that they have in that northern Scottsdale area. And it isn't a bad drive, 15-20 minutes, and you get to go through the nice part of Scottsdale. You get to see great views, beautiful homes, and kind of everything else that northern Scottsdale has to offer. Now, here in Trilogy at Verde River, they are still developing new homes, so you can still buy a new build home from the builders that they have out here. Toll Brothers and Shea Homes are both developing out here. They do have Gemini twin homes as well as single family homes, and they've kind of got different subdivisions. You can see they've got these huge homes on bigger lots that have great views. They've got kind of closer homes, and something I kind of noticed while I was driving around the community is no home really has a backdoor neighbor. They do a good job of keeping green belts in between you and your backdoor neighbor, the people right behind you, whether it's a green belt, a walking trail. They've got a lot of walking trails that go throughout the community. The price range in the neighborhood, the Gemini twin homes start in around that 600 range, and they go up into the 800s, and that 800 range is also where about the single family home price kind of starts as well. And the single family home price, it starts from 800, like I said, and it can go all the way up into the 2 millions, just depending on the view, the subdivision, your lot size, etc. Now, I want to tell you a little bit more about the HOA fees and membership fees of the community before I actually take you through a tour of the inside of one of the Gemini twin options they have out here. The HOA fees vary depending on the Gemini twin or the single family, of course. So quarterly for each of them for a single family home is $13.34, and quarterly for the Gemini twin home is $16.44. And of course, in the Gemini twin, they include water, sewer, sometimes electric, not normally, but they do take care of the outside of them as well. Now, when you do buy a home here in the community, there is a membership fee you have to pay to the community. Now, it is $9,000, but 75% of that is refunded when you sell the home. The community actually gives you 75% of that back. An interesting fact about the community is a lot of the people who live here in the community tend to kind of just bounce around from a home. They'll start in a Gemini twin, and when they sell that, they buy another home in the community, because the people who live in this community really do like the community. Another fact about the community, they did start development here in 2015, so everything is pretty modern. There's not really going to be anything in any of the homes that is outdated, which is a good sign if you're looking for something that's really up to date and just newer amenities, newer homes. The golf course here is a members only club. It is a private club, and the only way you can get a membership there is if you do own a house in this community, whether it's a Gemini twin or a single family, it does not matter, but you do need to own property in the community in order to get a membership. And there are only a limited amount of memberships, so a lot of the residents here think that if you are able to snag one of those golf memberships, that when you sell your home, if you're moving out of the community, you are going to get a better home value, because you'll be able to transfer that membership to the next home owner. Another thing, if you are planning on kind of doing what the residents do and maybe buy a Gemini twin home while you wait for your custom home to be built by one of the builders, the membership fee, you do have to pay it again once you get into your new home. Of course, the 75% is refunded when you sell your house, but you will have to pay the membership fee again. Obviously, even though the golf course is private, you can still bring guests to get a tee time with you, as long as you have one member who books the tee time. To stay up to date with a lot of the golf information, just reach out to me, memberships available, things like that. But you can see this Gemini twin home, it's still very nice inside, and it's a luxury community. You do get what you're paying for, as far as, the membership fees and, the home values. Everything is very nice and very modern in the community. Now, I'm never here to sell you on moving to one community. I work in them all. That's the great thing. I can show you the good, the bad, and the ugly of each of the communities. And the blaring cons that I see for this community are just the HOA fees and the membership fees. They are high. It makes the affordability a bit harder. Same with the home prices. They are higher. I do think that everything in the community is worth the money that you're paying. You get access to great, a gated community with a ton of great amenities, and it's going to be quieter. It's going to have, nicer homes, newer homes. So I do think it is worth the money, but it is a con that it is a bit higher in price. And I quickly wanted to show you around just the pickleball courts and the tennis courts, and then I'll show you around just a new development, a new subdivision that they're doing out here, because I think the views from this new subdivision, these new homes where they're going up, are really nice. So I'll take you around these pickleball courts and show you kind of that area as well. Another thing, I'm not sure if you remember from the beginning of the video, I did say that it is partially age restricted and partially not age restricted. So that is, some streets in here are age restricted and the others are not. They kind of make that just a little more accessible to people who just haven't quite turned 55 yet, maybe in their 40s. You can still buy a home in here, you can still live in here, and you can still be a member. You just have to make sure that the home you're buying is not one of the age-restricted homes. So it's not a really hard thing to do. It's pretty easy to tell which ones are age-restricted. You just have to look in the listing. But that is something that you need to be aware of when you're looking for homes in here. If you are under the age of 55 or you don't have somebody who is 55 in the house, you want to make sure that you are looking at homes that are not age restricted. My name is Caden Leali. I am a licensed realtor out here in the Phoenix Valley of Arizona. So if you wanted me to help you out on your move out here to Arizona, or you wanted me to shoot over those 55 plus guide or the living in Arizona guide, feel free to shoot me a text, call, or email, and I can help you out. Other than that, that's all I got for you. Have a good one.